Pokemon. It's safe to say that Pokemon has been a part of many people's childhood. Recently, I started playing way too much Pokemon Violet, from going to a normal 5 hours of playtime to 70 in only 4 days.
You're done.
I bought the game back when it first released, but decided to stop playing it because it felt like I was watching a PowerPoint slideshow in a Zoom meeting. But why now? Why after 2 years did I decide to go back to Pokemon Violet? I've always been a Pokemon weeb. Just look at my Pokemon Go account, it's hysterical. So when YouTube started recommending me Pokemon videos again, I got this sudden urge to beat Pokemon Violet after all this time. But it wasn't just beating the game. I wanted a shiny hunt. I've always found it so much fun watching people's reaction to a Pokemon with a different color and some sparkles, but never decided to do it myself, because finding a shiny could either take 5 minutes or 5 months. So I just never decided to shiny hunt. And that's where Pokemon Violet jumps in. In previous games, you had to run around in circles to encounter a random Pokemon, wondering if it would be shiny or not, to the point where you would throw your 3DS if you were to see another normal colored Zigzagoon. But in Pokemon Violet, since it's an open world game, this was my kind of game to shiny hunt without absolutely going insane. With Pokemon spawning in an absurd amount, sandwiches giving you spawn boosts for a specific Pokemon you want, and one of those Pokemon having the chance to be a shiny. So I had to beat every gym leader, beat every Titan, beat every star opponent, go to Area 0, meet up with a neglecting father, fight the professor again, win because of plot armor, and now we can truly start the Pokemon Violet 24-hour shiny hunt. Shiny Pokemon are truly something, with some Pokemon having such a huge change that it makes it so worth to hunt, while others are just a little bit different. Take Giratina for example. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time has an incredible shiny. And on the other hand, we have Garchomp, who just gets a little bit desaturated.
Look how they massacred my boy.
So with a normal 1 in 4,096 chance of finding a shiny, hunting for something like Mousehold is absolutely not worth it. And since this is a 24-hour challenge, I had to take advantage of every minute I got. Good thing is, I already had an idea of the Pokemons I wanted to hunt. I didn't have a set of rules for this challenge. The idea of playing for 24 hours is already a challenge. However, I didn't have the shiny charm because I have yet to complete the Pokédex. I also didn't use any Herba Mystica for most of this challenge, for the fact that I didn't want to use it. So with these 2 restraints alone, it just made it a little bit more complicated. But really, the game could treat me really well or hate me and make me want to quit. All I knew is that I had to be prepared for walking around in circles for a different color Pokemon and to see some cool sparkles. Also, my closest friends decided to join me sometimes because this was supposed to be a different kind of video that just got scrapped midway through the shiny hunt because, not to be a sore loser or anything, but one of us was getting a little too lucky. The first shiny I wanted to hunt was Scoutical. I don't know why, but I really like this shiny. It's just funny in a way. It has 2 heads and he's holding pants, and it's shiny. Is holding blue pants. And so the challenge begins, which is nothing exciting at all. All I had to do is run around in circles until I saw the different colored 2-head chili pepper looking fashionable Pokemon. While I was hunting for Scovillain, Giraffe and Reese were hunting for other things. Giraffe decided to hunt for a shiny Espeon, while Reese was trying to hunt for a shiny Lechonk, little pink piggy. Now look, me and Reese have never shiny hunted, while Giraffe has more experience than us. But I didn't think it mattered. Finding a shiny will always depend on RNG, so it didn't matter if Giraffe had more experience. He found the shiny Espeon 5 minutes into the hunt. Now see, I was less experienced, you know? And also, I didn't have the shiny charm, which is something that Giraffe had. And no, I'm not coping with the fact that he found a shiny sooner than me. Shut up. But anyways, it's fine, right? It's just one shiny. It's not like he's gonna find another. He found another one 15 minutes later. Now he's gotta be cheating, right? And no, I'm not jealous. After the Espeon, Giraffe decided to shiny hunt for a Rockruff, while Reese and I were still running around mindlessly wondering if the shiny were real or not. Giraffe really was getting lucky, but maybe it was his time for his luck to end. Maybe I just suck at the game. With Giraffe's obvious hacking, maybe it was my time to get some luck, and after 30 minutes, it happened.
Is that it? Oh my god, I found it! I found the shiny!
I'm so happy for you.
Don't sound jealous, please. I know you're jealous. Oh, critical. I got it. I actually got the shiny.
Shiny Scovillain was mine, and it looked really cool. Just look at its pants. Pure perfection. With this shiny, I was feeling really confident for my next targets. While Reese was, In the end, she never found her shiny little pink piggy. My next target was going to be something from the deep underground, shiny iron thorns, the paradox version of Tyranitar. The main reason I wanted iron thorns is because Tyranitar is one of my favorite Pokemon, and the game giving Tyranitar a robot version of itself, with its shiny being fully chrome, I knew that I needed a hunt for this shiny. Iron thorns is a special case. I knew that this would be no simple task, and that's why the sandwiches are the best thing this game has ever done. Without a sandwich, I would have to be lucky to even find 3 iron thorns in that spot. But with an electric type sandwich, the iron thorns start spawning in a much more reasonable number. My strat was to hunt on the very top, and all I had to do was go back and forth on top of the small rock or something, and reach to the other end, despawning everything. I was excited for this shiny. Not only is it the paradox version of one of my favorite Pokemon, and its shiny being fully chrome, but it was also going to be my first shiny paradox Pokemon, so that made it a lot more exciting to hunt. And well, it looks like I was getting lucky when in only 30 minutes, this happened.
What? Oh! I just found it. That's so cool. Hey, critical. Nice.
I was so shocked how fast I found this shiny that I struggled to even take a picture with it, and it started leaving my sight before I even saved. But in the end, even though I struggled trying to catch it, shiny iron thorns was finally mine, and I named it M Loco for some reason. And its shiny just looks so good. Yes, I will keep glazing the shiny, leave me alone. But what was my next target? I didn't just come to Area Zero looking for just one paradox Pokemon. No. Out of the 7 paradox Pokemon, the one I wanted to hunt has to be one of the best paradox Pokemon designs I have ever seen. A combination between Gallade and Gardevoir, this paradox Pokemon is one of many people's favorites, and for good reason too. Its design is awesome, it's a fighting fairy type, and most importantly, its shiny is incredible. To hunt for Iron Valiant, you have to go deep into this one cave that, honestly, had to look up a tutorial on YouTube because I had no idea where it was. The good thing about Iron Valiant is that it has a wider area to hunt for. Ever since Giraffe bragged to me about shiny Iron Valiant almost 2 years ago, I knew I had to hunt it for myself during this challenge. So I made myself a nice little fairy type sandwich, went into the hidden cave and began the hunt. I didn't know if I should have my hopes up. Sure, I found an Iron Thorns in 30 minutes, but what were the chances of me finding an Iron Valiant in a short amount of time? It all depended on RNG. I obviously didn't have Giraffe's hacking skills, so surely it would take me a while to find...
Oh.
Wow, finding the shiny in such a short amount of time kept me more motivated to keep on shiny hunting. In just 3 hours, I've already managed to find 3 shinies, with 2 of them found in just an hour. However, this is where we say goodbye to Area Zero. Yeah, I could have looked for the other 5 paradox Pokemon, but I just didn't want to. I'm happy with my Mecha Godzilla and the double Katana Assassin. I wanted to shiny hunt something different, something even cooler. Sand. This is by far the funniest Pokemon I decided to hunt this entire challenge. A lump of sand. I was really not that interested in finding the shiny at first. Yeah, it's a cute Pokemon, but that's really it. And its evolution is just a bigger sandcastle. So really, Sandygast never caught my attention at first. The more I started looking at this Pokemon, the more I started to like it. It's adorable. It's got a little shovel implanted in its head, like if someone just dug it up. Honestly, I started liking this Pokemon out of nowhere, especially its shiny. This lump of sand has one of the most magnificent shiny forms I have ever encountered. Game Freak did not have to cook this hard for a lump of sand, and the evolution gets even better. Also, it's a ghost type. I like ghost types. With all these factors, I immediately started looking for an outbreak and made myself a ghost type sandwich. To hunt for this Pokemon, I went to this beach and immediately began my hunt. With the luck I've been having recently, finding shinies haven't been taking as long as I thought they would, with this one being no exception at all. I found this shiny only 30 minutes in. However, before I found this shiny, I decided to go AFK, and literally, no joke, not even 1 second had passed looking away from my screen, the shiny decided to just spawn. And I was AFK for a good while, so at any given moment, I could have lost this shiny without even realizing it. What didn't help is that the minute I decided to run into the shiny, I got a warning. Good thing is, it was just the internet, so I managed to get this beautiful lump of sand and just named it Brick. I'm not that creative with names, leave me alone. This shiny hunt has been looking really good. 4 shinies in just 3.5 hours, my hopes were getting high. This next shiny did take me some time to find though. Torkoal. Wait, Torkoal? Seriously? First a lump of sand and now a
tortoise.
What's next, a catfish? Well, the
tortoise,
Pokemon. I've always loved Torkoal, literally because it's a silly, goofy
tortoise,
that releases some steam out of its shell. This Pokemon is just awesome. Now, when I got a Torkoal outbreak, this would be the perfect chance to get a shiny. This hunt wasn't that interesting. I was just mindlessly going up and down, left and right for about an hour and a half. Well, that's until I found it.
You are a beautiful specimen. I really like that. That's a really noticeable shiny. Your name's gonna be Fred.
As you know, I try to hunt for shiny Dondozo. The shiny is just too good not to hunt for. Big ol' white catfish. I spent about 3 hours trying to get this shiny, but just decided to give up in the end. Not because I didn't want the shiny, no. It's because the game ran like this. Legends EA better be good. So I decided to go to the Snowy Mountains and for a nice little shiny Sneasel. This Pokemon actually has two different variants, with the female version having a smaller leaf than the male version. I mainly wanted the male version just because big leaf funny, but either way, I was happy if the cat shined. So you can feel my surprise when I finally found this shiny and it had a big leaf on its head. I caught it in a hill ball and just ended up calling it Coral. I don't remember the exact reason for it, but it looks nice.
Oh, no way. Well, I'll take it.
Yep, literally just flying around looking for another shiny, I managed to find another shiny Sneasel. And it was a female version too. While I was flying around, I decided to go for another Pokemon that spawns in these areas. A little Frigibax. Frigibax's shiny is honestly really subtle. I actually really like this shiny. My only worry is that I could have missed it at any chance. But I wasn't worried in the slightest. With the luck I've been having recently, this shiny would be an absolute walk in the park. This shiny took me 7 hours to find. I was going absolutely insane. I don't know why I just didn't give up and try and find another shiny. Nope, I decided to hunt for a subtle shiny that barely changes because I thought it looked cool. Yeah, I was talking with my friends most of the time, but we were just saying brainwalk garbage for like an hour and a half.
Like you would not catch me going to the music lounge.
I go to the music lounge to listen to the most original and greatest song ever made, Friday.
Which Friday are we talking about?
Friday, Friday, gonna get down on Friday.
Wait, which one was it? Is that the Katy Perry one or the? Gonna get my no, manano, I'll kick it on and all everybody says.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, the one that has a good choice.
At the end of the day, it's night.
Where's my Peter Griffin one?
Oh, it's so funny enough, I think Peter Griffin is a mother or a wife.
What?
But that was like way early on in the game.
Lore accurate Peter Griffin.
I think he's if I'm not mistaken, I think Peter Griffin is married to Big Chungus. I don't know.
TCG, we were talking about like how rancid the Fantastic Four movie was.
Which one? The
Say that again. Are you hungry?
No.
Say it again.
No.
How
Here we
hungry?
go.
You were supposed to be a hero, Brian.
Oh my god.
Say it again.
I knew this guy,
Why?
Steve. He always
You
mined.
knew this guy.
He always mined and craft.
I am Steve.
I am Steve.
I used to watch over. Say that again. I think I'm gonna go for a walk every fortnight. Say that again. Alex, is that man made of iron?
Say that again? Man, I can't build this rocket. It's way out of my league. Dude, it looks cloudy today. I think we have a chance of meatballs for dinner.
As soon as you said cloudy, I instantly knew like where you were going with that one. Any more to lash out?
That's fantastic.
This was honestly one of the worst shinies to hunt. It was in an area where Pokemon stopped being noticeable. It's small. The shiny doesn't even change that much. All of these factors were against me, making me want to give up, which I should have done. But me being so stubborn, just wanted to have another Godzilla because it would be cool to have a Mega Godzilla and a Godzilla in the same party. But finally, after 7 hours of non-stop mindless going around for this one shiny, it finally decided to show up.
Wait. 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 Oh my days, I finally found it. I found it. Oh, that took so long. Critical. I love this game.
You can even see I wasn't even sure if it was shiny or not. Caught it in a dive ball and named it Vector. Vector? Really? Trying to liberate my mind from that awful hunt. I wanted to hunt either for a Bagon or actual shiny. Luckily for me, both of these Pokemon have an area where they spawn in a good number. So when I got an Axew outbreak, this was my chance to get a cool black shiny dragon. Bagon, on the other hand, actually was the one I wanted to hunt for the most. And after an hour and a half of hunting during this outbreak, it finally happened. Shiny Bagon. I spent a good time looking for an Axew and they were spawning in a good amount. But nope, shiny Bagon in an Axew outbreak. Awesome. Well, anyways, I managed to catch it and of course called it Bob? Brother, what are these Pokemon names?
Now, we call this thing Bob.
This entire challenge, I've only shown you the highlights of the shinies I've found, and not the ones I just decided to end up skipping. Some of these Pokemon just ended up not shining, and I didn't want another Frigibax incident. I tried hunting for Gardevoir, Lavista, Gumi, Dondozo. Well, we all know why I decided not to continue with that hunt. I did some raids here and there and ended up getting a shiny Wishcash. I also got a random shiny Mudbray. All of these things started adding time. And that's when I realized I was on the last 4 hours of this challenge. The reason I decided to give up on some of these Pokemon is because I wanted to leave this one Pokemon for last. It is truly one of my favorite shiny and favorite Pokemon of all time. This Pokemon is something I wanted to leave for last because I wanted to have enough time to be able to hunt for its shiny. And it would also be cool to leave for as a finale. Heracross. This little Pokemon is in the top 3 of my favorites for some reason I can't even explain. I've always found Heracross such a cool design, which is weird because it's just a beetle. I don't really see many people talk about how cool this Pokemon is, especially the female version, where the top of its little horn has a love heart, which is just adorable. And its shiny makes this Pokemon even better. From going to a nice pink, the female version of Heracross makes it look absolutely incredible. Safe to say, I love Heracross, and I just had to leave this Pokemon shiny hunt for this finale. Unfortunately, the hunt for Heracross, the area it spawns in is... well, it's not a great place to hunt for. But instead of giving up like Dondozo, Heracross was something I was excited to hunt. The best sandwich to make was a fighting type sandwich to get more Heracross spawns. Unfortunately, 2 other Pokemon are fighting types, Passimian and Phalanx. Even if I got a shiny of any of those 2, my main objective was a Heracross. And well, after just 1 hour of hunting, I finally got it.
Oh! Is it it's a female! Yes! Oh, nice! Oh, I got my pink boy. Well, no, I forgot the pink female. I got the pink girl. You are definitely going in a pink ball. Can I catch it first try? That'd be cool. Nah, I didn't save. I got excited that I didn't save. Come on, Heracross. You might actually kill my... Oh, you're confused. Oh, well, that's bad. Oh! No!
Yeah, unfortunately Heracross decided it wasn't our time to be together, that she just ended up going out a different way. I was pretty sad. I lost one of my favorite shinies because I forgot to save. And with only 3 hours remaining, I might end up losing my shiny Heracross.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I mean, it's a shiny. It's not a shiny I wanted, and I was incredibly disappointed that I got a random Persimmon after the death of my shiny Heracross. But it was fine. The shiny is fun, I guess.
Oh, you've got to be joking. You've got... No.
I found a second one. I found an hour and a half. That is how much time I had left to find Heracross. It was gonna be difficult, but I remained hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, a little bit of luck could come on my side.
There you are. It's a pink boy. It's a pink boy. No, it's a pink girl. It's a pink girl. It's a pink girl. There you are. Okay. Ah, it took me a while to get you now. Oh, okay. I got the critical. Finally. I got my Valentine. I got my little shiny Heracross.
I got it. Heracross, the beautiful beetle Pokemon was finally mine. I named it Valentine, which is finally a good name. And well, that was it. With all the mindless running around in 4 FPS gameplay most of the time, hunting for these shinies were fun. And well, this 24-hour challenge just made me even more excited to hunt for other shinies that I have yet to catch. I think that's it, right? Well, the Heracross outbreak was still active, so...